All right. It is 6:04 p.m. We'll call the meeting to order. Clerk may have a roll call and an establishment of a quorum.
Barb Stotts.
Here.
Mary Beth Shaw.
Here.
Dylan Helmenstein.
Here.
Isaiah Crow.
Here.
Matt, did I get Matt yet? Matt Crow.
Here.
And Angie Wolf. All right.
Okay. I have proof of posting. Please join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Moving on. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
I will second.
Excellent. Any discussion on that? Hearing done. Let's go. Dylan?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth?
Yes.
Isaiah?
Yes.
And I vote yes as well. No public input tonight. Moving on to minutes and payroll. 3.1, do I have a motion to approve the Board of Education meeting minutes of June 9th, 2025?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
Ooh.
Who was
I
the
got
first
Dylan
one?
and Matt.
Okay.
Mary Beth, did you try on that one? You'll have to
Oh,
just
I didn't try.
Oh, okay. Just shout next time. All right. Any questions on that? Hearing done. Dylan,
Yep.
Matt,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mary Beth,
Yes.
Isaiah,
Yes.
and I vote yes as well. 4.1, do I have a motion to approve the 2025-2026 insurance policies with Tricor?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Are there any questions on any of those from board members or Brent? Do you have anything to add to any of that?
Just that our insurance carrier, can you hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, just that our insurance carrier and I had a conversation about the umbrella limit, and his suggestion is that most of the schools, especially in our size, carry between a $5 and a $6 million umbrella limit. That umbrella is on top of our property limits and those kinds of things. So I asked him what his recommendation was. He said, I recommend that you carry enough umbrella insurance, but he did say that, he wanted to share that with you. So it would be your decision to choose that umbrella limit.
What was it? Has it been around that, or is that
well,
an increase?
we're at 10 million.
Oh.
And we haven't needed necessarily to access that umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So if you chose option 2 or 3, that wouldn't be out of alignment to what our insurance carrier is suggesting. That would be more typical. You could save $6,000 to almost $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any thoughts, questions, board members?
The first thought oh, sorry, Barb.
No, go.
I was just going to say, we're a little different than other districts being we're at one site. I feel like if we were to have a catastrophic event, there'd be increased costs because we'd have the entire district possibly having to relocate. And I don't know if that would even be under the umbrella, but that's my one thought about how we might be different than other districts.
Yeah, I guess I'm not an insurance guru. Brent, what does an umbrella cover versus some of the other things listed?
Yeah, so I think probably the place where you'd use it the most is like in an excess property, like damage. Just kind of like what Dylan's saying, if there was some catastrophic damage to the buildings, or you had some sort of responsibility or negligence on the, a light pole falls over on 3 or 4 kids, right? This umbrella would pick up past the property, limits. or the same with like theft, internal theft or anything like that. There's negligence on an administrator, a board member, a staff member, anything outside of the, the other limits. Well, umbrella would cover that too, like your internal staff, those kinds of things. One of the things that I would just suggest is that in a lawsuit case, generally speaking, the suit is going to be to the extent of the limit. So if you have a $6 million limit, they're not going to go for 20 million. Typically, they're going to just sue to the max.
Yep.
So, but it's a tough call, right? I mean,
So a question that I probably don't have an answer to. There are other schools out there that are one campus, whether it's Barneveld or Ithaca or Pecatonica. Do we happen to know what their coverage might be?
I know that Tricor covers Iowa Grant, and Iowa Grant would be similar to us and in that $5 to $6 million range. The hard part of a district that has kind of out in the country without access to like the fire department, quick access, is one of the places where risk is greater for like our district and some like us.
And so the motion currently is that at the 5 to 6 million included?
We're just asking you to,
okay.
As is going to be $10 million.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yep.
So we would need to add an amended kind of version to say amending the current umbrella to X amount.
Correct.
We want to change.
And if you wanted to keep it as, one of the things that John did at Lodi was he came in and he spoke to our board or our committee, just gave kind of here's the greater, picture in insurance, because it has escalated quite a bit over the last few years. And so I might recommend that at the next renewal, we bring John in just to have a conversation with the board or the, finance committee, just so you feel you can ask any question you want of him and feel good about, the services that they provide.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always a proponent of more education, especially in a realm of something I know nothing about. So let's do that. So this would be an annual renewal. Then a 10 million would be for a year. And then we would propose changing it. You think that's suffice?
Could have that conversation next time at the next renewal. And maybe you feel, and I can't answer all the insurance. That's its own world, right? So,
right. Yeah. Unless the board members wanted to, at this time, go to the 5 to 6 and then invite somebody to come in if you want to go back and inflate or fluctuate it. But I'm fine either way. I'm just throwing out the options if anybody feels one way or the other.
If we're looking
Does anyone feel?
If we're looking at the renewal, it probably wouldn't be till next year at this time, correct?
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Spring.
Just want to make sure I understood that.
So we would go with the 10 million umbrella until this time next year when everything's up for renewal again, as the motion reads currently.
Correct.
Yep.
And that's
Isaiah.
what we've been at 10 million for a while, or has that been our umbrella? Or?
It's certainly our current umbrella limit, and I don't know how the length of time, but that's what the renewal is for. So it currently is that.
Okay.
And have we been with the same insurance carrier that they would know our historic figures, or do we go back and forth?
Yep. John has history on Wisconsin Heights that dates back a while. I'm assuming that you've had Tricor for a while, and of course they're being underwritten by EMC and Chubb, which are boiler policies. So those are notable. I mean, they're one of the big players.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Does anybody feel strongly about changing it at this time or proceeding with the motion as read?
I'm good the way it is.
Yeah, me too.
Also good the way it is.
Good.
I
All
like
right.
the idea of a future conversation at committee though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So then if the annual renewal is this time every year, maybe that's a May conversation or early June, whatever is convenient for him. We'll make note of that for next year. Okay. Any other questions, comments on this? All right. Hearing done. Dylan,
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mary Beth,
Yes.
Isaiah.
Yes.
I vote yes as well. Moving on to personnel, do I have a motion to approve the resignation of Pam Cashman, special education teacher at the elementary, effective at the end of the 24-25 school year?
I'll make that motion.
I will second Matt's motion.
Matt and Dylan. All right. Thanks to Pam for all of her years of service. That was sad to see her go. Dylan,
Yes.
Matt,
Yes.
Mike,
Yes.
Mary Beth,
Yes.
Isaiah.
Yes.
All right. And I vote yes as well. And so at this time, we are going to, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
And we are adjourning to executive session to allow the board to discuss the employment of and to hear a recommendation pursuant to Wisconsin statutes 19.85, parent 1, parent A, deliberating concerning a case which was the subject of any judicial or quasi-judicial trial or hearing before the governmental body. Para B, considering dismissal, demotion, licensing, or discipline of any public employee or person licensed by a board or commission, or the investigation of charges against such person, or considering the grant or denial of tenure for a university faculty member, and the taking of formal action on any such matter, provided that the faculty member or other public employee or person licensed is given actual notice of any evidentiary hearing which may be held prior to final action being taken, and of any meeting at which final action may be taken. The notice shall contain a statement that the person has the right to demand that the evidentiary hearing or meeting be held in open session. This paragraph and parent F do not apply to any such evidentiary hearing or meeting where the employee or person licensed requests that an open session be held. And parent C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Following closed session, the board will reconvene into open session for our action item this evening. So Dylan?
Yes.
Matt?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
Mary Beth? Oh, premature. Did she leave? Oh, no.
Nope,
Mary
we
Beth,
just
you're there. I
muted.
need your vote, Mary Beth. Sorry. Roll calling to do executive.
Sorry, I didn't have my audio on.
Oh, okay. I forgive you. Do you vote yes, Mary Beth?
Yes.
Okay. Isaiah?
Yes.
Okay. I vote yes as well. So at this time, we'll ask those who are entering into executive session to go back. We will leave this meeting and click on the executive session link. And Kelly will then be running that. And those that need to remain in the waiting room will until they will enter. And then we will gather and go from there. Thank you. See you in a bit.